Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. Rumors are swirling around the NFL like a desert windstorm, and this one has the entire league on edge. According to multiple whispers from insiders and sideline chatter, All-Pro cornerback JALEN RAMSEY may have just pulled off one of the most surprising moves of the offseason, reportedly agreeing to terms with the Las Vegas Raiders. That's right, RAMSEY, a cornerstone of elite defense in the modern NFL, is believed to be headed to Sin City, where he's set to wear silver and black and bolster a secondary that's been struggling for consistency. If these murmurs are true, the Raiders just landed a generational talent, a game changer who thrives on locking down WR1s and electrifying stadiums with his intensity. Imagine RAMSEY lined up against the AFC West best receivers twice a season. Davante Adams in practice, then the likes of Keenan Allen, Cortland Sutton, and Rashee Rice in real matchups. Fans are already fantasizing about a new era of swagger and shutdown defense at Allegiant Stadium. While the franchise has yet to confirm and no official statement has been made, the buzz has reached a fever pitch. NFL Twitter is ablaze with insiders hinting that something monumental is brewing in Vegas. If the rumor holds water, this move could mark a pivotal moment in the Raiders franchise narrative, signaling a complete defensive overhaul and a win-now mentality. RAMSEY, who has never shied away from the spotlight, seems like a perfect cultural and competitive fit for Vegas. After all, the city thrives on stars who shine under pressure, and RAMSEY's flamboyant confidence is practically made for the Strip. The Raiders, long known for their historic tradition of defensive excellence, from Jack Tatum to Charles Woodson, could finally have found their next iconic presence in the secondary. Analysts are speculating that this acquisition, if finalized, might be the spark that reignites the Raiders' postseason ambitions. With Max Crosby anchoring the pass rush up front and RAMSEY patrolling the back end, Vegas might boast one of the most fearsome defensive tandems in the league. And let's not overlook the leadership aspect. RAMSEY brings experience, fire, and a proven track record of elevating those around him. Could this be the start of a defensive renaissance in the desert? Raiders fans are hoping so and opposing. Quarterbacks might already be losing sleep over the possibility. From a strategic standpoint, RAMSEY's addition would immediately alter how teams game plan for the Raiders. He has the versatility to shadow elite receivers, disrupt timing routes, and force offenses to rethink their passing strategies. With the rise of high-powered offenses in the AFC, Vegas needed a counterpunch, and RAMSEY might be exactly that. His physicality at the line of scrimmage, combined with his instincts in zone coverage, makes him a rare dual threat in the secondary. If placed in a scheme that maximizes his strengths, perhaps under the guidance of a creative defensive coordinator, RAMSEY could revive his all-pro form and become the focal point of a top 10 defense. Think about it. A Raiders team that has often relied on shootouts may now be positioned to win gritty, low-scoring affairs. This philosophical shift could change the entire identity of the franchise. The rumored signing also speaks volumes about the front office's willingness to spend and compete at the highest level. For years, fans have clamored for a bold move to put the team back in the contender conversation. This could be it. It's risky, sure, but high risk is nothing new in Vegas. And what about the ripple effects this could have across the division? The AFC West is already a bloodbath with Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Russell Wilson, or whoever ends up starting in Denver, slinging the ball each week. Adding JALEN RAMSEY to the Raiders' defense could force rival offenses to adapt quickly. We could see fewer deep shots and more conservative play calling from teams trying to avoid RAMSEY Island. Plus, it could elevate the play of the entire defensive unit. Cornerbacks like Nate Hobbs and Jacorian Bennett could thrive with less pressure and more support. Safeties would gain confidence knowing they have a corner who can handle one-on-one matchups against elite receivers. The domino effect could be massive. Coaches might finally get more aggressive with blitz packages, trusting that RAMSEY will hold his own outside. In turn, defensive stats could rise across the board. More sacks, more interceptions, more forced turnovers. And in a division where every inch counts, those little shifts can make all the difference. There's even chatter that this move could push the Raiders back into playoff contention, especially if the offense stays healthy and productive under whoever is under center come week 1. Jalen Ramsey joining the Raiders isn't just a player move, it's a storyline, a seismic jolt to the NFL narrative. It raises questions, stirs debates, and redefines expectations. Is this the veteran version of the Rams F them picks approach? Could this be Vegas mimicking LA's boldness in pursuit of a championship window that's been elusive for decades? Ramsey has always played with a chip on his shoulder, fueled by critics and doubters. Imagine how dangerous he'll be now, with a new city, new fan base, and a mission to silence the noise. Allegiant Stadium might just become a fortress with him leading the charge. It's a perfect storm of talent, attitude, and opportunity. And if it all comes together, the Raiders could finally escape the cycle of mediocrity that has plagued them for years. But let's not forget, this is still a rumor. There's always a possibility that things fall through, that contracts stall or terms shift. Still, the sheer volume of buzz suggests there's fire behind this smoke. Something's cooking in Vegas, and all signs point to Ramsey being a key ingredient in this new defensive recipe. The impact on the fan base cannot be overstated. Raider Nation has always been one of the most passionate, loyal, and vocal followings in sports, and a move like this gives them hope, a symbol that the franchise is serious about winning. Social media has erupted with photoshopped images of Ramsey in Raiders gear, memes of quarterbacks running away from him, and celebratory videos from fans decked out in silver and black. It's more than hype, it's belief. For a fan base that's endured relocation, heartbreak, and inconsistency, this rumor feels like a turning point. Imagine the first home game of the season, fireworks blasting, autumn wind blaring, and Ramsey walking out of the tunnel to a roaring crowd. It's the kind of moment that sticks in the minds of fans forever. This isn't just about stats or strategy, it's about culture, energy, and identity. Ramsey brings a swagger that perfectly aligns with the Raiders' outlaw image. He's brash, confident, and unapologetically competitive, everything the Raiders were built on. And maybe, just maybe, he's the missing piece that turns a talented roster into a playoff caliber team ready to storm the AFC. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. But what does this mean for the rest of the league? If Ramsey to the Raiders becomes official, the ripple could be felt far beyond the AFC West. Other teams may scramble to adjust, reshuffle receiver assignments, or even reconsider free agency moves. The timing is interesting too, right before training camp, when rosters begin to solidify and chemistry starts forming. Bringing in a veteran of Ramsey's caliber could disrupt not only opponents, but also set off a chain reaction of late summers. Transactions. Could we see a flurry of cornerback trades or cuts? Will teams start hoarding receivers to try and outmatch the Raiders' defense? There's also the salary cap element. How did Vegas pull this off financially? Are there restructures coming, or did the front office make some behind-the-scenes magic work? Speculation is rampant, but clarity is scarce. That's what makes this rumor so captivating. There are layers, implications, and questions without clear answers, and in the NFL, the unknown is often more entertaining than the facts. Every hour that passes without an official announcement just adds fuel to the speculative fire. As we dive deeper into the potential consequences of this rumored move, it's important to look at Ramsey's recent form. Critics might point out that he's coming off an injury or question whether he's still at his peak. But insiders suggest that Ramsey has been training hard, is fully recovered, and is hungrier than ever. In fact, some close to the situation claim he's out to prove he's still the best CB in football. If that's the case, the Raiders aren't just getting a solid defender. They're getting a motivated, rejuvenated star with something to prove. Combine that mindset with a team eager to reestablish dominance, and you've got a potentially explosive combination. The locker room dynamics are worth watching too. Will Ramsey immediately step into a leadership role? How will younger players respond? If history is any indication, Ramsey doesn't shy away from being vocal, but he also commands respect. That balance could be exactly what the Raiders need. Someone who demands excellence, but also brings the resume to back it up. In a league driven by confidence, this move could set the tone for the entire season. Of course, skeptics will argue that one player doesn't fix an entire defense. And they're right, to a point. The Raiders have struggled with consistency on defense for years. They've had flashes of brilliance, but also breakdowns in coverage, lack of discipline, and a revolving door of coordinators. So while Ramsey would be a huge piece, he's not a magic bullet. That said, sometimes one presence changes everything. Not just schematically, but mentally. Think of when Deion Sanders joined the 49ers, or when Revis went to the Patriots. Elite corners bring a sense of identity, a feeling that the defense has a spine, a face. That's what Ramsey could represent for Vegas. He's not just another DB, he's a culture shifter. If the coaching staff builds around him effectively, this move could unlock the potential of other defenders who've been on the brink of breaking out. That's the power of a star. It's not always about interceptions or passes defended, it's about belief. And if the Raiders believe they can stop anyone with Ramsey in the lineup, that confidence might be the biggest asset of all. Lastly, consider the optics from Ramsey's perspective. Why Vegas? Why now? The timing suggests he sees something promising in this team. A young core, a competitive division, and maybe even a chance to help write a new chapter in the storied franchise's book. Ramsey has already won a Super Bowl, so his next move is likely about legacy and impact. Could he be aiming to cement himself as one of the greatest shutdown corners ever by reviving a struggling franchise? It's not out of the question. The opportunity to be the guy in Vegas, to mentor younger players, to lead a defense back to respectability, it's all part of the story that's being quietly written behind the scenes. So while we await confirmation, while we dig through clues and analyze social media breadcrumbs, one thing is clear. This isn't just a typical off-season rumor. This feels like a moment, a potential NFL plot twist that could shift power balances and revive old rivalries. Whether it becomes reality or fades into speculation, the very idea of Jalen Ramsey wearing silver and black has already sent shockwaves through the football world. Stay tuned because something big might be coming. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.